Swiss Army AKs right here, Zegzala, Switzerland. This is a very interesting model. This is SG751P for a precision. So I'm guessing that their idea behind this rifle, since this is a 7.62 by 51, was a squad designated marksman rifle, and that's how I'm treating it. This is a 16 inches version, and rifle unfortunately is not mine. The rifle was borrowed from my friend Misha, which is going to be a guest on this video a little bit later. Zig, of course, makes the 5.6 version. No, it's not 5.56 exactly. They call it 5.6. I don't know why. Are they trying to be so neutral that they don't want to say 556 NATO? But anyhow, my good friend Tony Lacey made the video about the small caliber version. A link in the video description if you want to go and visit the Lacey's ranch and see him shooting it. But going back to this monstrosity, the one of the things which I will tell you right away, the quality of this firearm is absolutely jaw-dropping. I have never seen out of the box rifle like nicely made like this. There is a reason why the Swiss Rifles fan club is strong. Now, I'm not really sold 100% on that rifle, and let me explain. I'm treating this as a squad designated marksman rifle, and the price tag right now for it is, in the States, if you will look online, you gotta pay a little bit over $6,000 for that kind of money. That's a lot to ask, and you are not done after paying that $6,000 price tag, because you have to keep spending more to make it useful, because you will basically buy it in a pistol form with 16-inch barrel. So then you have to add the stock, and Misha provided this stock, and I found the Cheek Riser which fits to it, but I really don't think this is a good Cheek Riser or the good stock solution for that type of the rifle. There are other solutions, but of course, you know, they will cost you money out of the pocket. Then up front, as you can see, we got a flash hider. I didn't want to remove that flash hider because this is not my rifle. This is just the loaner from Misha. I think their idea was to put the suppressor on it. This is 16-inch barrel, and I'm like almost 100% convinced that this is set up for the suppressor. So I think if you will put the suppressor, that will be even more cool. But then you have to work on that front end, probably put some rails so you can use other attachments for the night vision and things like that. So that would cost you even more money. So out of the box, this rifle or this firearm, because you're buying this as a pistol, is not really trigger ready. You have to keep throwing money at it, and that is becoming extremely expensive adventure. Now, rifle can shoot. It hates M80 ball. At least the M80 ball I had absolutely no good results. It was way over 3 MOA, I would say. But with the M118 LR, you can take it, I think on the footage, I'm taking it only to 600 yards, but I shot at 700 yards, and you're going to connect on the plate without any issues. Rifle shoots nicely. Still, it puts that optic a little bit high. This is basically because of the way how it was designed, but it's not bad. Again, with the correct stock on the end, you are going to have tons of fun shooting it. There is a regulated gas block integrated on it. And as far as the controls goes, if you are an AK guy, this is very familiar for you. Of course, the magazine, you're locking basically the same way as the AK. if you are running this rifle in extreme cold weather, they thought, the Swiss people thought about this. You can flip that handguard and you can access the trigger with the mittens. So that's really cool. And you can move that trigger guard either way, to left or to the right. Of course, the both sides controls, fire controls for the safety or for the fire. And then you can, as you can see, the rifle will lock on the last round. You have the charging handle on the right side here, but then you got the basically the bolt closing button here if you want to close it, and as you can see, the bolt can move forward. If you want to load it the round and do the regular, if you have a round in magazine, you can do regular closing on the bolt like indicate the charging, and it will work that way too. So I think that what the Swiss Sig did here, it is very interesting package. They combine a lot of AK features to this, and they created a very interesting firearm. From the handling, how it handles that 16-inch barrel is very, very ergonomic. It's easy to go behind the rifle. It doesn't really, it maneuvers very well. I think that's the very important thing when you are designing the firearm, that it is easy to maneuver, and they accomplished that goal without any questions. I think this is a very well thought out firearm. I just wish that our import regulations would be different and the price tag would be different. Also, the interesting thing about the takedown pins, and I'll try to make zoom it in for you to show you, but I like the attention to details. It's just, I want to show you the one example. You push the takedown pin and it basically releases the little ball which is holding the pin, and now you can push it out. This is like a lockdown ball to prevent the pin from walking out. So the details like this are absolutely freaking amazing. They also have the iron sights incorporated into the top rail for the rear. If you will take basically the optic out, and let me pull out those levers from the mount, you take the optic down, and then you can move and put the iron sights here. So as you can see, they thought about, you know, almost everything. This is like a Swiss Army knife, right? This is really cool setup, and I like how they did that. The only thing I don't like is the price. But let's jump quickly to Misha, and Misha will give you a little bit more explanation how those rifles are arriving here.
So these come in as pistols. They are approved as such with this caliber and this barrel length, as well as the 14-inch and the 20-inch. But originally, if you'll notice, there is a machined out place on the receiver. That's because these were going to be 6.5 Creedmoor guns. In fact, the serial numbers were already approved as 6.5 Creedmoor on a Form 6. That's why it says JDI CM for the serial, Creedmoor. But the ATF, while they never denied importation of the 6.5 Creedmoor variant, they never approved it in over a year. So not wanting to lose guns that were already ready to go, SIG in Switzerland simply made them up as 7.62 NATO and remarked the receivers appropriately, because the 7.62 NATO version has been approved for several years now. So that makes this last batch a little bit unique, both the serial and the cutout. Again, these all came in with alloy lowers, black furniture, handguard pistol grip at least, and 16 or 20-inch barrel is an option, and they came in with a pistol end plate, which they will be sold as. But again, as a private person, once you buy, because the barrel's over 16 inches, you can install a buttstock. I think this one is green, but it's what I had available, so hey, you'll be okay. Obviously, if you buy one of the 14-inch versions, though, you'll either have to SBR it or install an arm brace.
So there you go. You hear it from the boss, and the Side note, guys, the Misha is not wearing, a lot of you may not know Misha, but he's not wearing the glasses to be a cool guy. He actually has the problems with the eyes, and he cannot see very well anymore. So that's why he's wearing the sunglasses. It's not, because he's trying to be cool or something. But that's it. So we know what the rifle can do. You've seen the footage of me shooting it and taking it through the different, cycling through the different targets, just like the DMR would. You have to remember the squad designated marksman role is to close the gap between the infantryman and the sniper, so he will be engaging many between 300 and 600 meters, and this rifle is fully capable of doing it. The only problem is the price, which you have to pay for it. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a good time. Please leave the comments underneath. I'll be watching for the next 24 hours and try to answer it to as many questions as I can. Big thanks to Misha for lending this rifle to me. Now I will package it and send it back to you. Thank you guys. Bye.